recording.
Are we?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit! Sorry, I wasn't trying to waste time.
No, you're not wasting time. There's no wasting time.
Church's eye looks better.
Shit does look better. I think we should start more naturally, like not even knowing we're starting, kind of, sometimes.
Okay,
Like,
I'm down with that.
Sometimes it kind of just puts you in a better, like, you don't feel like you know what I mean? Like, in your brain, it doesn't even, like, feel like, it's okay. If I forgot your homework.
So I freaked some guys out at work the other day.
Yeah, I think you told me a little bit about that.
Oh, did I?
Well, you didn't tell me what it was, but you just
we was sitting there talking and stuff like that. We was talking about like drinks and what's healthy and stuff like that, and I was like, man, it's getting bad. And I was like, first thing we started talking about, and this is a theory, there is no fact behind this or whatever, but if you go back to whenever we was talking about like falsehoods, like based on study, falsehoods that's in the medical field and stuff like that. Like there was a study that came out, I recently found out about. It was in Canada.
Yeah.
And the American Heart Association had paid to not have the studies of this, like to not have the results of the study released and published in the US, because it was about how sodium affects the heart, but not the same way that you would think.
How our food sucks and it's killing us, baby.
Well, I mean, not necessarily how our food sucks. Well, it does suck.
Yeah.
I'm not denying that.
Yeah.
And it is killing us. But like sodium, the way this study did it was based on, it's been a minute since I've seen it. So it's between 100 and 500 people. Yeah. And it was based over a time frame of either between a year to 5 years. I can't remember how long exactly, but it was multiple, like quite a few people. And they studied them for at least a year. And what they would do is they would change they would influctuate their sodium intakes.
Yeah.
And pretty much what the results came out as was sodium, the same way that caffeine will raise heart, like your blood pressure.
A stimulant effect.
Yeah, like it's a stimulant effect. It'll raise your heart, like your blood pressure and stuff like that. But it has no, I mean, yes, it does have long-term effects, but not in the same way of...
Maybe nicotine is a better example, because they say there's nothing inherently wrong about, or nothing, I won't say wrong, but there's nothing dangerous about nicotine.
Just nicotine.
Just nicotine, yes.
Now, when you add the additives, like
the tobacco
and stuff like,
and all the carcinogens.
Yeah, like all the
just nicotine in your bloodstream. You know, I don't want to derail you, but I heard this thing about how, you know, smokers, people who, use nicotine were the ones that were best suited to COVID. Did you know that?
Yeah.
They thought it'd be the other way around.
I'll tell you something else.
Because of the nicotine in your bloodstreams, it doesn't let the spike protein in.
That's crazy.
Because your bloodstream's like not letting it in.
Well, I guess that's the reason why I didn't catch it.
That's what they say, I think. Yeah.
I mean, like, I never caught it one time.
That's what. Yeah, I don't think I ever caught it either.
Like,
and I was ingesting a lot of nicotine.
Yeah, and I also have never caught the flu.
Well, you know, that's interesting because I don't get.
Well, I haven't caught the flu since I started smoking.
I don't get. Yeah, I don't. I think you're onto something about that, because I don't really get the cold or flu. Like rarely I'll get the sniffles. Rarely every once in a while.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But it always hits me more digestively.
Mm-hmm.
I guess more. Maybe that's just me, but.
Well, I mean, that snot's got to go somewhere.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
I mean, like, if it's not coming out your mouth and your nose, it's going in your stomach.
Or a throw up. I get that, but I never really get really flu-like symptoms. But
I mean, I see a lot of people that get eat up with that stuff and whatnot.
But what were you telling your friends though?
Oh, well, real quick before I get to that.
Okay.
So going back to the nicotine, if I'm not mistaken, now this is just males. Okay, this isn't counting females. This is just males. 30% of the people that live over 100 that are males are smokers.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, there must be something about nicotine that's like beneficial.
And that blew my mind.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute, you got that many people? Yeah. That many people?
Well, I think, it's about...
But it also goes to additives. Like, okay, like for instance, like I don't really necessarily want to say American spirits, but let's say that you made it organic as possible.
Yeah.
Okay, like you grew your own tobacco, you cut it, you smoked it in a pipe. That's all the nicotine you had was what said tobacco produced. There was no additives. You know that for a fact because
there was like
you're the one that
patch
harvested
or something that you could make if you're like a chemist or something. You know
yeah,
what I
or
mean?
something like that.
Yeah.
But you know that there's zero additives in it. If you're smoking tobacco like that versus smoking a pack of Marlboros or Camels, because both of them is just as bad.
Yeah, they're all.
And like they have so many additives in there. Even in the filters, there is stuff in it. Like that's the filter is fiberglass.
That's what I've always heard. Yeah.
And like that's why like whenever I smoke mine, the reason I smoke mine, and honestly it could be worse, but I just know it's not fiber like the same fiberglass like filter that's in a cigarette is like these are called like critique or something like that, like filters or something. Yeah. But it the whole cigar got set up in Indonesia. So, but anyways, one day it's probably going to get bought out by a big company, and there'll be a bunch of additives, and then they'll have their fiberglass cigar or filters and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But as of
that'll look weird.
Yeah, but as of now, they're not like. Yeah. But anyways, going back to what I was saying about the heart thing is the sodium. What they found out was that the sodium was pretty much on a stimulant level. Like it would raise your blood pressure.
Yeah.
But only until the effects wore off. There was really no long-term on it. Yeah. Now, there is long-term effects, like even with caffeine on your heart. Like it can cause arrhythmia and stuff like that. Like, right. Yeah. Like, and you know, and there is probably, whether it's a valve disorder or something like that, long-term effects of sodium, but it's not like saying it's going to raise your blood pressure and cause you to have a heart attack. No. Like sodium could cause the hardening of your valves or something like that.
I mean, more people are on caffeine than anything else, really.
Oh, dude, it's crazy how much caffeine people take in.
Yeah,
crazy. Like, and what I was saying about those people at work, we had started talking about like little things like that, and I told them the study about the people over 100, and I told them the study about the sodium and stuff like that. And we started talking about drinks. And I was like, look, if you're going to drink anything, make sure it's effing clear. And they said, why? And I was like, well, they put so much stuff in the dark stuff that it'll blow your mind. Like they put caramel color in it. If you're drinking diet, they're putting aspartame in it and most stuff. If also they're putting, and caramel color is considered a carcinogen.
Wow.
Like if it's,
I know red dye. They just recently did something to get.
Yeah, red dye is like
so many things.
Right? Yes.
Yeah.
And also red dye. One of the reasons why red dye was targeted above like blue or yellow is because red dye, most of it was made out of freeze dried ticks.
Oh.
And that's where they were getting the red coloring from it. Like there's no parasites in it if they've been freeze dried. Okay, so on a parasitic level, like you ain't got to worry about nothing. But anything like whether it's lipstick or whether it's cereal,
the stuff that goes into
anything that is a bright red,
that
is the main dye that they use for a bright red. Is the shit that comes from ticks, and I think it's like red 3. I'm not sure. Like I'm not sure the number of it, but anyways, it's a red dye, and it's one of the main ones that they use.
And they use it in everything,
And then I thought, one of the guys at work, he was like, "Oh, well, I'm not worried about drinking nothing dark. Like, I'll drink water and stuff like that." I was like, "Well, you've got some issues on that one too."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh yeah, like plastics and stuff like that." I was like, "No, you're going to take in plastics no matter what."
Yeah.
I said, "There's so many plastics in the ocean right now.
Gotta get over that."
I was like, "You got to quit eating seafood altogether." I was like, "You can't eat any waterfowl that's eaten from the sea, and you can't eat
unless you go to a cave and just like lick toes."
Yeah, like you're going to be eating some kind of plastic. We can all get over that. Like that one, you're not going to get over. Like there's literally at the state of Texas in the middle of the ocean. That's nothing but plastics,
right?
But, in saying that, like he was like, "Oh, the plastics are because of the plastics." Like, no, not because of the plastics. I said, fresh water. It like everybody's focused on all this stuff that's going on right now, whether it's Epstein whether it's the war,
Yeah.
whether it's things in Congress or whatever. There's 1,001 things to pay attention to other than like an actual issue.
Well, but I don't. It's like I don't think as human beings we're not even meant to like pay attention to this many things. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
we're really not. And honestly, it's exhausting.
No, yeah, it is. It's like, but that's kind of where it leads. That's what they want you. They want you like confused,
Yeah,
and like submissive. That's how they want. That's a perfect citizen, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, like,
and
that they're doing such a great job with it because I mean, like, I've looked up conspiracy theories and stuff since 2009.
Yeah,
like I've been looking them up forever, and just now it's gotten to the point to where there's just so much stuff going on. I was trying to follow it closely,
and I feel like I was definitely more like just followed kind of the mainstream of everything, kind of believed everything pretty much, you know. I don't even know what really. I think
there's always one chip in the like literally. There's always a chip in the ground.
It was like point. COVID, and then stuff about like history and stuff. Yep. And I started looking up. I was just like, wait a minute, what the actual fuck?
And you realize how much you've been lied to.
Yeah, you're just like, wait a minute.
Yeah, well, what got me into it? What got me into it was whenever the whole Yellowstone hasn't exploded.
Yeah.
So I really don't know what the whole cover up was.
I will say that I do remember when Epstein died. I remember thinking, I was like, that's weird.
Yeah.
There was a lot of little things. You know, but I'll say, I mean, I've always been like kind of anti-authority, like since I was like young. Like I think I talked about it on a different podcast. Maybe I didn't, but whenever 9/11 happened, I like wrote that like paper about how.
Yeah, I remember that. I think it was like episode 2 or 3.
I think we talked about that. Yeah. Where I wrote like a paper. So I've always been like that. You all right? Yeah. Okay, just checking.
But anyways, going back to what I was telling.
Yeah, what were you saying?
I said, you all actually need to be worried whenever it comes to water. I was like, there's a handful of places that actually will give you decent water.
Yeah.
And I was like, FDA has come out and has said most tap drinking water is not safe.
Yeah.
Especially over a long period of time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now,
it's bad in certain places.
Exactly. That's what. Now that's definitely with certain places.
There's runoffs from data centers. And
exactly. And that's what brought it up. We started talking about data centers, and they're like, "Oh, well, they're going to consume a lot of water. Who cares?" It's like, you should be worried. I was like, because right before all that stuff came on, like about data centers and they're going to take our town, they're going to take our jobs. Like, before all that stupid stuff came up, what happened underneath the table was you could now buy water on the stock market.
Yeah, I remember you talking about that.
And that is very worrisome.
Yeah.
Because the things that you can buy on the stock market is things like gold.
Right.
Things that have to be mined.
Yeah.
Okay. I had looked up some stuff also on
water's supposed to be something that's kind of plentiful.
Yes, it is. But like, here's where it becomes a real big problem. Okay. So water, Lake Mead for New Mexico and Nevada. Yeah. Lake Mead produces their electricity through reservoirs. Like, I think it's like 75% of those two states, all the electricity that goes to those two states, 75% of it come from Lake Mead. And Lake Mead is at an all-time low. And whenever I say an all-time low, I'm talking about like 20 feet low.
Yeah, damn.
Like, and there's parts where they're used to, you could see where they've had to extend boat ramps that went into the lake.
Yeah.
They've had to extend them down like ungodly lengths, like to get it to where you can actually take your boat to the water now.
Yeah.
And they've had to take bulldozers and dig it out and stuff like that to where you can actually put your boat in the water. And like, living on this side of the country, it's hard to see. Okay. But literally, once you cross the Mississippi, it's an issue. Texas and it's Texas, Oklahoma, and the one above Oklahoma. What is it? Kansas, Missouri.
They're just running them dry.
They have underwater reserves that they've been pumping up for their crops.
Yeah,
and that's how their crops have been getting water since the 50s.
Right,
is by pumping it up from underwater.
Under the ground.
They have almost depleted the underwater source.
Wow.
And because they've almost depleted these underwater sources, they've said that it's going to take years and years to get them to.
Hey.
Hey.
You good?
I'm good. I just want to tell you guys, if you hear me talking, I'm just working. So don't be like, what?
Okay.
Okay.
I'm not talking to you guys.
Okay.
That's all
I
I
got
gotcha.
you.
You're good.
I'm sorry.
You're fine.
I just wanted to tell you I didn't want it to be like a big,
No worries.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. I was trying to wait for a break. But...
Oh, no, you're all good. But Texas, Nebraska, no, Nebraska's too far north. Texas, Oklahoma, and I think it's Kansas or Missouri.
Yeah.
Okay. Depleted all their underwater resources, or their reservoirs that was underwater. They had found like this huge underwater lake, and they've almost tapped it out.
Yeah.
So that area is about to go dry. I'm not saying all of Texas. It's like northern Texas in that area.
Right.
But there's a lot of crops that come from those areas. Yeah. And then you've got the Nevada area, and then you've got the New Mexico area. They're starting to have water droughts and stuff like that. If you go further north, look at that whole mess that Michigan went through with water filtration and having the sewer runoff, like septic runoff, so close going into Lake Michigan that was from it was like 2 miles away.
Yeah, I saw people would post stuff on social media and then it would get taken down.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
But I will say this, from what I heard, now Michigan has the top water filtration there is. Like, from what I heard, it's like a reverse osmosis and stuff like that. Like, it can't get any better than that.
Wow. So they went in and tried to fix it? Yeah,
like reverse osmosis, if it's done right, is through they charge the water somehow. Like it's I don't know if it's a proton charge. I don't know what the hell it is. But it literally zaps. It's not through filtration. Like most filtrations for water goes through like a 7-stage thing.
Yeah.
Different courses, like coarseness of what they flow through. And this is just everything that would be filtered out just pretty much gets zapped. Like, it gets filtered to where it's solid water going through there, and then it doesn't matter if it's got algae in it. It doesn't matter what it is. That water comes after reverse osmosis, it comes through crystal clear.
Yeah.
Now it takes, if you have an at-home reverse osmosis, you're cutting your water pressure down to 10% of what it normally would be. But the water that's coming out of there is absolutely pure. Like, it will not get any purer than that.
I didn't know they had that.
But anyways, whenever I told them that they started trading water on the stock market, they're like, no, you got to be kidding. I was like, no, look it up. And that scared them. They started following me. They wanted more information.
They're like, where? Because they looked it up and saw that was right. You're like,
and how are you? Water, really? Out of everything? That's like saying grass is on the stock market.
Yeah.
And
just one more chip.
One
more chip away.
Well, the bad thing is, here's the bad thing though. It goes back to these stupid data centers.
Yeah.
Because they're about to use up quantities that okay.
I told you at some point it's going to be.
We're going to be fighting for water.
Yeah.
You think we're going to be fighting for food? No, it's going to be water.
It's going to be, who gets the water, the data center or this town?
You can eat a pile of shit and still live. You have to drink something.
I bet we're going to see certain towns where people are just going to have to move out and leave.
Yeah.
Because there's
and
you can't drink the tap water.
It's going to get bad. And we've done, and it's where this country is a corporation. We don't care nothing about the people that's here. And
whatever increases GDP, whatever increases that quarterly margin, it's all about the money. Even though it's but at what cost? Just because GDP goes up doesn't mean the quality of life is better.
Exactly, that's it. I saw another thing, and this one really pissed me off. So, in 1982, my dad had a job as he was working for Sea Ray boats.
Yeah.
And they around here they made luxury liners.
Yeah,
I don't think they even make them anymore. If they do, it's underneath another company.
I knew a guy one time that kind of worked on those. Yeah.
Okay. Well, my dad was in the 80s. He worked line production. He was a line production manager. He made $10 an hour.
Yeah.
That was such good money in 1982. Yeah. My mom didn't have to work.
Well, yeah, and that's that's how it should be.
He bought a house.
Yeah, and yeah.
Okay, our house that he bought was $38,000.
Yeah.
That house's value now is $255,000.
Wow.
That's about 6.5% inflation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now, what causes inflation is money printed.
Printing money.
The printing of money.
Yeah.
Okay, so to equal the value of said home, now back then, $40,000. Okay, like back
it's
then
not worth
is
the same what it was worth.
It's pretty much worth the same amount, except it's not. And here's
but our money is worth less.
Well, I mean, our money is worth less, so it takes more to equal the value,
right? Exactly.
Than what it did in 1982.
Exactly. Yeah.
But here's the problem:
we're living in a bubble.
He was making $10 an hour. Okay.
Yeah.
Our house value has went up 6.5 times.
Right.
If his pay increased the same, he would be making $65 an hour now.
Yeah.
So that I know that's kind of like backwards math, but how are you going to sit there and say, oh, well, because of inflation, these houses are like that. Because of inflation, these cars are like this. In 1979, he bought a brand new truck for $3,800. Brand new, like $3,800. $3,800.
Yeah.
And like now, the best paying job that you're pretty much going to find, like from start, I don't know, between $20 and $25.
Yeah.
Unless you have some kind of college degree or something like that. Dad didn't have a degree. My dad didn't finish high school.
I mean, yeah, but now we're at the point where just because you even go to college doesn't mean you're necessarily going to get
exactly, because now AI's replacing a lot of jobs.
Yeah, there's a lot of people. I've seen a lot of stuff where these professors are talking to students that are like freaking out because they're like, "Is this going to even is the thing I'm studying even going to be a job by the time I get out?" Because there was these AI coding and stuff like that.
Yes, yeah. Exactly. There's these what do they call them? No, not Seventh-day Adventists. Jehovah's Witness. There's these Jehovah's Witness. They're very nice and stuff like that. They like whenever I was out of work, they'd come and talk to me, and like I told them I didn't agree with churches or whatever, but I believe in God, and like we would talk about God in different ways, and like honestly, I'd blow their mind with how much I actually knew and knowledge of the Bible.
Yeah.
But like, so we actually got to be friends. So anytime they're in the neighborhood, they just stop by and see me. You know, I pray for them. They pray for me. Although we're different religions and stuff like that, that shouldn't matter.
Right.
Like, you know, we're going to see different religions in heaven probably.
It's all different shades of the same
exactly
thing.
Exactly. Yeah. Like it's all, let's say, in the same coloring book. Like, you know. But anyways, so I was talking to them. They had come over probably about 3 weeks ago now. Yeah, about 3 weeks ago. And I said, how are y'all doing? And she said, well, we're making it and stuff like that. Now, I knew her husband had cancer. They're older.
Yeah.
And I knew her husband had cancer and stuff like that. And she's like, he didn't really feel it to making up the trip. So what we're going to do is we're going to have it to where this one of my sisters at church, she came with us and stuff like that, and we was talking and stuff. The girl was very polite, first time meeting her.
Yeah.
And but I said, well, how's everything else? How's your family and stuff like that? And she goes, well, there's some difficulty there too. She said, my son just got out of college. He had went and got his master's in college and just got out and got a job doing code, like data entry, code entry, whatever that is. And literally his job has already got replaced with AI and he has lost his job. And he is trying to find another one, but they are literally liquidating the jobs faster than he can get on board with one. And that's what he went to college for. So literally he's got a master's in bullshit.
I mean, yeah, that's.
Well, I mean, like, if you're going to have a robot replace you,
like now he has to pay back, presumably pay back some school loans or something.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably. And now he's in all kinds of debt and stuff like that, all because we're going to trust robots. Yeah. And like, I don't mean nothing bad whenever I say this. It's convenient and stuff like that. Yeah. It's very convenient. But like, there's been, every time we put our trust in something, it always backfires.
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right. Always backfires. And, you know, I still haven't come to terms. I've been in a Tesla. They are fast. It's like literally being in, like, not even the plaid editions. Like, I'm talking about like just a normal ass, like, they've got 2 motors, and although that they might not run them for a terribly long time, like, they are extremely fast if you get into them. Like, yeah. And like set you back in the seat fast. Like, but I still don't trust them things. I don't trust
self-driving car.
Well, it's not just self-driving. I don't trust getting in and out of a car with a fucking card. Okay?
Yeah.
Don't trust that. Like the fingerprint thing, because of phones, I can kind of trust.
I can't see you in a self-driving car. Just be like,
yeah, you're not going to see me in a self-driving car, because I'll show up with a rickshaw before I show up with a self-driving car.
Just sitting there.
Yeah.
You'd be like this. You'd be
all pissed off, yeah.
Fucking Tesla.
But, you know, it's, I don't know. Like, it's the people that is the second richest, I think they said the second richest corporation. It's called Nijiva or something like that. I can't remember. It's like NIVEGA or something.
NVIDIA?
That might be it. That might be it. Might not have a G in it.
Yeah.
But anyways, like, that's the company that's trying to, since everybody's against these big data centers, they're trying to, they've got all kinds of money. They've literally got so much money they can print money.
Yeah.
But so what they're starting to do is pay off their electrical bill. They'll have no electrical bill or anything like that. And they put little mini data centers in their house.
Yeah, I've seen some stuff online where people are like,
yeah, and like they're getting their bills paid, like, well, they're the electric and water, like, might as well say utilities. They're getting their utilities paid,
and they're kind of like a little server farm.
Yeah, and like, we don't know the backlashes of that, like, just like we don't know the backlashes of a lot of stuff.
Yeah, like,
and I don't know, like, that stuff is.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see what the long-term effects of stuff like that.
Yeah, because okay, like, let's take power lines. Whenever they was putting these big power lines, I'm not talking about like normal power lines at the road. I'm talking about big power lines, like the ones that go up like 6 stories.
Like the big transformer.
Yeah, like the huge ones. But to have those around a residential area, it took years before people realized that was harmful.
Yeah.
So now if there is a house that's sold around them, it's extremely cheap. Yeah. Because you're probably going to die from it.
Yeah.
And, you know, that, I don't know, that right there, like,
yeah, I mean,
goes back to corporation. Like, people just do not care about the American people.
I was watching this 4-hour long podcast with this guy. I mean, do you know who Randall Carlson is?
Randall Carlson, that sounds very familiar.
Yeah, the fan was just squeaking a little bit. I was just moving it. Yeah.
Randall Carlson.
He's God, I don't even know how to describe it. He's like a historian, I guess, kind of.
Okay.
He also knows a lot about like architecture and building and all that stuff. And he does a lot of stuff with like trying to like looking into the real location of Atlantis and shit.
Okay.
And
Okay.
like recently he was talking about how they went to where the sunken Azor plateau is.
I haven't heard of that.
Okay, so there's like in the Atlantic Ocean, right?
Okay.
And this is where it would be, like where Plato describes, like off the coast of the Straits of Gibraltar, which is where like modern day, I can't remember exactly where it is, but it's like this is where it would be, right? It's how Plato described. There's like a continent that's sunken. That's like it's like where the crust is like lightest too, like on the Earth, I think. And there's a they call it like a subcontinent because it is like it's under the water. You know what I mean? But during the time of like the last glacial maxium or whatever it's called, this was like about 12,000 years ago. This is at the end of the Younger Dryas period. Okay, there was this huge sheet of ice where Canada is, basically all like stretching all over Canada up into Greenland. I mean, we're talking like imagine like more than like.
Wait, is that the one that made the Great Lakes?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I've heard about it.
Yeah. Well, and all that water got dumped back when it finally started. You know, there was earthquakes and stuff, and we don't know exactly what happened. It could have been meteor showers, like earthquakes, stuff. It eventually starts crumbling down. This ice, this massive amount of water, washes over North America, destroying. We don't know. Like there are tons of like buildings and stuff, presumably. Like we really don't know.
Yeah.
Because this is like a massive, like it's gonna destroy everything in its wake. Like, for like a big part of North America, you know, like, and you can see even the striations, like in the land in certain places. Like I'll put up some pictures that was really cool, you know, kind of where there was like different time periods where it like etches a new shoreline, and then a little bit further etches a new shoreline where there's these like
that
periods.
Is awesome.
Yeah, because during that time period.
Wait, what'd you say the guy's name was again?
Randall Carlson.
I'm gonna have to check him out.
Yeah, I'll send you a link to it. Oh, you're gonna love this podcast.
That's right up my alley. I love that kind of
stuff. Yeah. During that period, the sea level was 400 feet low, maybe 450 feet lower. So this continent, the Azor Plateau, was above water, and there was a bunch of little islands that surrounded it. And there was like the way Plato describes it. He describes geothermal hot springs, basically, where there's hot and cold water. He describes it basically. That's what he's describing as geothermal. He just didn't have the words for it, you know.
Yeah.
This is where a lot of that would be. There's geothermal type rocks and stuff there that produce that hot and cold water. And he talks about hot and cold springs right next to each other. All that ice pushed that water into the Atlantic Ocean too. Like, so this whole like a lot of the flood myth stuff, you know what I mean? It kind of makes you think, you know, about that. Like Atlantis being a place, if that was a place, that's probably where it would have been. You know what I mean? And he said it got wiped out in like one day. So maybe there was like a massive flood that finally just finished it up, you know, like a massive one that just finished off the island, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was about the size of Greenland. I mean, it was like 200 by 400 miles wide or something like that. It wasn't small. Wow. And he talks about how they had a navy. They had, you know, they were sophisticated.
Really?
Yeah. This is Plato describing an account that
What year was Plato like?
Plato was, I don't know exactly. I'd have to look that up. Alexa, when was Plato alive?
Plato has always been toy and has never been alive.
The philosopher.
Alexa, when did the philosopher Plato live?
Inscribe.com. Plato was an ancient Greek philosopher who lived from 427 to 347 BC.
Okay.
By the way, I am trying to respond.
Alexa, off. Okay, so yeah, so I'll act like I'm smart now and just cut that out. I think it was around 400 BC. I thought it was a little bit further back, but actually it's around that. When he's describing, this is the really interesting thing. When he's describing it, the account, because he's describing this account that he, or like I think it might be a grandfather or somebody, went to Egypt and was told this by the Egyptians, this story. And the crazy thing, the really crazy thing, is that when he tells this story, because he's like, this is around 400 BC. He even gives a date. He's like, the Egyptians told us it was 9,000 years ago. And when you line up the math and the years, it's right at that end period of the Younger Dryas period, when there was supposedly a lot of cataclysmic things going on on the Earth at the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That you can tell. You can look in like the sediments and stuff. There's like a huge like black mark in like this period of like time that you can like see it. It's like it's exposed in this one area where there's like different levels of like sediments that have been there. You can see there's this huge black like mark where like some fucked up shit was happening during that, you know. And he talks about how Plato talks about how there was another civilization too, and that presumably existed in the North America region.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because for the longest time we thought, okay, they came over on the land, the Bering Strait land bridge. Some people came over from Asia. That's how they populated that place, right? But I don't think that might have happened. You know what I mean, in some degrees. But I really do think there was people there. Like, and how it works is like we've been through this cycle so many times where like people get built up and or like societies get built up, you know, and they there's like a cataclysm and something happens and they get broken back down again, you know.
Yeah.
And shit, what was I gonna say?
I mean, hell, that didn't even happen after the BCs.
Yeah, well, it's. Oh, I think I know what I was gonna say. Yeah, the. Oh, the thing about the flood myth and stuff. Like they. Have you ever heard of this guy George Smith from the 1800s? Right.
Mm-hmm.
He figured out this flood tablet by comparing it with the Epic of Gilgamesh.
Okay.
And that's how he deciphered like ancient Sumerian, basically. And like when it took him like years and years of like studying it, he finally figured out that like it was similar, and that he could figure out like basically kind of missing the pieces, he could kind of scratch together what it was trying to say. And it talks about in this flood tablet, it talks about like this guy named I don't know how you say his name. It's like Zarathustra, but it talks about how he's this guy who came around, who there was like a massive flood. He built a boat. He protected the seat of mankind. He like protected the animals. It's just like it describes Noah.
Yeah.
But it's like a whole different place. You know what I mean? It's a whole different area. Like Turkey. Written in a different language and everything, but it's that
That's
same
funny
myth.
You said Turkey.
Yeah. It's that same myth. I think I was going to say something else about the Plato thing. Oh, yeah, that's what I was going to say. I remember now. He talks about there was another civilization possibly that existed in North America, because there's all these like earthworks, and there's a lot of surveyors that went and like surveyed them. There's still some that exist, but there's not as, you know, a lot of them have been destroyed by us, you know, just paving, like, you know, plowing fields and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
But there's so many different earthworks that they tried to like preserve, like, and at least like record, like Serpent's Mound. That's like the big one. That's like a snake. There's a bunch in like Mississippi and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and like the swamp type land. There's a bunch of these like mounds, these earthwork mounds, And they're like, yeah, the native, the Indians, the Native Americans there, they just, they just used elk antlers and carried like dirt and like little hay, like, or thicker, wicker basket type thing. I'm not saying they couldn't do that, but like to organize that people like that, you need like a certain amount of technology and social capital, and it's like hunter-gatherer type people are not going to do that.
Yeah.
They're not going to sit around and build these temples and shit. Like, I'm not saying they didn't. I'm saying that possibly because of the cycles and how things get built up, broken back down again, these civilizations, like after that flood, the North American civilization that was there got decimated.
Yeah.
And that the reboot were the Native Americans that the Spanish came over and found. It's basically like, and that's why the ones in the Mexico, South America region were strongest. Like the Aztecs and stuff. Like that's why they had these massive temples and stuff, is because the further north you go, the further devastated that area was whenever that happened. So it's like the further south you go, the stronger they were able to maintain,
Mm-hmm.
and eventually take over. And they started encroaching north. It makes sense because there must have been like a civilization that was like organizing these people to build all these massive earthworks and stuff, I mean, it's all over the earth, man.
Yeah.
Like Göbekli Tepe, Majorca Island, Machu Picchu.
Yeah.
I mean, they're just everywhere, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like these massive, like megalithic structures. Like,
and you're just like, why did they build that?
Right? Yeah.
Like, I mean, like
a bunch of hunter gatherers are just bored, and they're like, "Yeah, this will be cool."
No, nobody's going to be like that because everybody's the same.
Yeah.
On my day off, the last thing I'm going to do is be like, I don't have to hunt. I don't have to gather today. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is carry these gigantic effing stones up this mountain that's real narrow. Yeah. And that's going to be what I do for my day off. No, that's not what I'm going to do for my day off. I'll go ahead and tell you, there's not a person on earth that has that train of thought.
Well,
even back then, like I know there was harder workers back then, but nobody's going to sit there and be like, yeah, I got tomorrow off. Let's go lift a 50,000-ton boulder.
Yeah, it's just how do you get it up a mountain and like, or get it inside a pyramid or like.
Yeah,
I don't. It just doesn't make sense. Yeah.
And like whenever you go back to the pyramids, like what you was saying, like they were pretty much made by somebody else other than the Egyptians.
Yeah, it's just something happened. They got wiped out, and this civilization that what might have been partly them in some ways came along. We're like, oh, here's a bunch of cool shit. We made this.
Yeah. And like I've heard so much stuff about like whenever you're talking about the architecture there, like it goes beyond anything a lot of people would understand because there's.
It's geometrically perfect in some place. Like it's
not just insane, that. There's some rooms in the pyramids that will emit resonations of certain frequencies.
Yeah, the frequencies thing.
And like like that goes beyond a lot of concepts now.
Sacred geometry.
Like and dude, stuff. Like that, just
I think that some ancient civilization figured out a way to harness these sacred geometry symbols.
You can go ahead and say the Anunnaki. Like,
I mean, whoever it was. If it could have been the Anunnaki, it could have been like the.
Well, I mean, it has to be the Anunnaki.
Could have been the last bloodline of Noah, the Sumer bloodline. It could have been a lot of things, man. Like, or it could have been different people knew this technology and passed it on. It could have been an oral thing, like that they had to pass on. Like, I don't know exactly, but I think that they. Like Randall Carlson thinks that they had some way of harnessing plasmoids, plasma. Like, it's a state of matter that's not gaseous or solid or liquid, that is very unstable. And there's this guy he claims to have talked to, and he claims it works. That has, basically, it's a free energy type thing. He said this guy's basically invented this plasma technology that can basically create free energy. Yes,
that's crazy.
But they even did a podcast on
Wait, he's not using magnets or anything like that?
I don't know like the ins and outs of it exactly, but he even did a podcast with Rogan, and they pulled. Rogan decided to pull the episode after. It's like one of the rare times he pulled the episode because he was just like, I don't want people. I don't know why.
He got paid to do that.
I don't know why. I don't know why.
I'll go ahead. I'll tell Joe Rogan to his face he got paid to do that. Because every patent that has ever come out took for a car to run off water. Okay?
Yeah, and they
like
just,
whether it be in a steam style, whether it be like water replaces
they don't
gas.
they don't want you to find that technology because there's
exactly
our entire like economy is built on oil.
Exactly.
So it's
exactly. So so he was talking about like free energy and stuff like that. You best believe somebody from whether it be TVA or what's it, Pike, like one of these big ass electrical companies, they're going to sit there and be like, "No, you shut the fuck up. Here's $100,000."
Say anything about that. It's interesting. Yeah, they talked about it on this, and this guy, Randall Carlson, he actually brought the guy on the podcast and talked with him and everything. And he's been on since then and stuff. So I don't think there's any bad blood between Randall Carlson and Joe Rogan or whatever. But I guess he realized, I can't bring this one subject up. You know? But he was talking about this plasma stuff and how it relates to like maybe they figured out how to use plasmoids or something and using sacred geometry. And like talks about, it's really interesting. You go up on these like mounds, these like earth mounds, and they're really flat, and you have like a 360 view of like the stars at night, and you can make like these really like insane like astronomical like calculations and stuff. And I mean, you look at a lot of the stuff, and it looks like they were using numbers that correlate with like sacred geometry and a lot of like crazy stuff that connects to like astronomy and stuff like that. You know, that doesn't sound like a hunter-gatherer civilization.
No, it's not. It's not.
It sounds
because if you're going to sit there and try to fling a stick and an arrow at a damn deer, and then you're going to go sit there and make something like that, my guess is you would have a lot better weapon to get that deer.
And I mean, imagine if there's been so many times that this has happened. We've been wiped out, built back up, wiped out, built back up, and there's people that in between that are like, hey, trying to bring this. It's, you know, we got wiped out. Now we'd be trying to find a way to generate our iPhone so we could use it for something. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like that. You'd be trying to do ways of bringing that old technology back into the ruined world.
Look at Eli top
yeah,
stuff.
you'd be trying to like use it as much as you could, you know? Yeah. Even if you didn't understand it, you know? Mm-hmm. But I think a lot of this, like the story of like human civilization and stuff is like, I think it's going to start like opening up a lot more. Like, people not accepting like the just the given narrative. You know what I mean? I think we've been around like a long time, and just are like resilient little cockroaches.
Well, when it comes to stuff like that, like, you know, I love to try to keep an open mind, but there is one thing I will say that I'm closed-minded on.
What?
I don't like. Yes, if you're talking about something that comes on the phone, like something that you look at on the phone, AI can do a lot of stuff.
Oh yeah, no.
Like I've looked up like AI horror scenes in the woods and stuff like that, and it'll just show this guy and this dog walking down a trail, and then all of a sudden these these gigantic beings just jump across the way, and then another one like shows up, looks at the dog, and then like climbs up a tree and then shoots across the way.
Yeah,
and like.
You
know it's AI because the dog didn't bark one effing time.
Yeah. There's a lot of fake stuff on there, especially online nowadays. This is a lot of stuff that I've looked at for years. I mean, years before even AI was a thing. You know what I mean? Yeah. That I've been looking at, like this, following around that Randall Carlson guy too. Not following around, but you know, following him. Yeah, he's an interesting guy. You got to watch that podcast.
I'm going to have to watch him because he honestly sounds like. He's better than Carl Sagan. Like,
no, he's way
like
better.
I used to love Carl Sagan.
Yeah, I like Carl Sagan too. But yeah, he's really cool. Well, he gives like lectures about all this stuff too. Like he's like a teacher. You know what I mean? Like, he really is like really knowledgeable about all this stuff. Wow.
So, not marijuana. I'm just gonna go ahead and say that right off bat because this is a strong reference to it. But I'm not talking about marijuana. When I say weed. Okay, like an actual weed that grows in a yard. Try to describe the way two different kinds of weeds look. Just try to describe.
Try to describe the way two different types of weeds, like
trust me, this is going to come home. Like I have a purpose behind this. But like when you think of a weed, okay,
I guess I think of a long stringy.
Okay, and it's kind of got like it almost looks like what do they call those things? A floret. It kind of like almost like it does that. Okay,
yeah,
that's wild lettuce. That's extremely healthy for you.
Wow,
it's actually a natural painkiller. All right. Wow. Now name another one because I'm pretty sure I'll hit this one too.
I don't know if I can name another type of weed. Is there like a bushy kind of one?
Like a little tiny bushy one?
Yeah.
Yellow?
Yeah.
Okay. What that is dandelion. Dandelion is extremely healthy for the heart. Now, you just said the two, number one and number two, supposedly demonized weeds.
Yeah.
And these things are healthy for you.
Yeah.
They just did a study. Dandelion dandelion tea can actually also reduce tumor growth. And the only thing I had ever heard about that prior was marijuana.
Yeah.
Okay. Like I heard about it and that was about 10 years ago.
Something else that
but dandelion tea can actually reduce tumor growth.
Yeah, and it's weird that it has the slang name weed too.
Exactly. Well, no, here's the most messed up part. Do you realize on every weed killer, that's the two weeds they show more than anything else? Yeah. Now, before anybody says, hey, I want to feel good, you can't go out there and get that wild lettuce. You have to let it dry.
Yeah.
You have to get it, wash it, and then let it dry.
You can't smoke it.
It's not just smoking it. Like it has this film inside of it, like whenever you first break it. And if you don't rinse that film out, it can make you sick.
Oh, okay.
Like, so it has to be harvested, so to say.
Prepared.
Yeah, that one has to be prepared. But a dandelion, you could just go pick up a fucking dandelion off the yellow ones.
Yeah.
Go pick that damn thing up, go brew it in some tea, and like it actually be good for you. It not only helps your heart, strengthens your heart, it repairs valves.
Wow.
It's like extremely, extremely healthy for the heart. But yet you don't hear none of this stuff.
No.
Because we're a corporation.
Yeah, no, yeah. It has to be pharmaceutical.
well, exactly. It has to be pharmaceutical. But the three things I just named, okay? Marijuana, all right? Which I've talked to veterans, all right? And like Marines went over there, they fought, they know other veterans and stuff like that. They literally tell me, like, what they have told me is marijuana pretty much killed their PTSD.
Yeah, well, I think it has to do probably with because it affects your mood, it affects your dreams. You can't dream, so you're not going to be having like hellacious dreams.
Yep.
I can see that helping a lot. Yeah.
And see, like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, I'm not saying, it has to be federally legalized for this person and that person to go out and have a good weekend. I'm not talking about that. But for somebody who's went and fought for this country and somebody who...
Oh, THCA is about to be illegal in Tennessee here.
Oh, yeah. They're like... Actually, it probably already is. I think it's June.
It's July 1st.
July 1st? Yeah. Like any law that comes into effect, it either comes into effect July 1st or January 1st.
Yeah.
But, yeah, like, it's about to be illegal. Like,
yep. I saw a sign the other day. I was like, fuck. Here we go.
Yep. And it's something that got passed way back when or something like that. And like, I don't understand why these people are so fucking stupid.
Yeah. No,
like I'm literally going to call them stupid. In the state of Tennessee, if you're against marijuana, or the legalization of marijuana, you're stupid. Because
it's 40 out of like 50 states now or something like it's something crazy.
It's something stupid. And like, we're literally like, even just on a medical level.
Yeah,
we're just ridiculous.
Yeah, we're absolutely ridiculous.
Like, why are we going against the grain on this? Mm-hmm. One, it's grown from earth.
Yeah.
Okay? Anything that's grown from earth, I don't care what it is. Anything that's grown from earth, I don't know how somebody could sit there and like be walking through the woods see something on the ground, be like, that's illegal, don't touch it.
I think it's all the states that are like, it's all like the cotton states.
Yeah, I guess.
That are the last ones.
Well, I mean, that's the whole reason it was illegal.
Because of
it was illegal because of textiles.
They had to make
thank you DuPont family for your years of incest. And you come out of that and then you make marijuana illegal because you're afraid the hemp industry is going to ruin your textile industry.
Yeah. And hemp's like an amazing plant. Like you can do a lot. You can get high off of it. It's just like an amazing plant that you use like for tons of stuff, but they just had to demonize it.
Yeah, and they had to demonize
it. And that was the whole plan. It wasn't really about the weed. It was about they didn't want hemp becoming a major product.
Yeah. And it would have been a household name right now.
Yeah.
Like right now you'd probably have like 2 or 3 different major hemp companies.
Yeah.
You would have major hemp stores, probably like what a Walmart would be.
Oh yeah.
And like everything in there, whether it be from car tires or whatever, is made from hemp.
Yep. It'd be insane, man.
Like absolutely insane. And like I'm telling you, dude,
that's the corporation thing, though.
And that's what I'm saying.
It's not good for the corporation.
Exactly.
It's not good for
corporate America is gonna wind up killing all the Americans because whether it's through poisoning our water, whether it's through buying off our government, whether it's and I don't care. I'm not demonizing our government whenever I say this, because I'm going to tell you this right now. If I had 100 people say, "Hey, we want you to be the leader of our small town," and the town was just 100 people, and then I get to be leader of that small town, and somebody comes up and says, "I'll give you $2 million if you make this illegal," watch me. Like just sit back and watch me do it. Okay? Like, and like these like big pharmaceutical has got so much damn money that they could walk up to every single person in every state that holds a Senate seat and literally be like, here's $1 million, here's $1 million, here's $1 million. All you got to do, and like
pharmaceutical companies, APAC, the oil. I mean, it's just say, it's nuts.
And like that's all it is. All like we vote for people to go get bought off.
Yeah.
And
and we're thinking in this quarterly way of like only thinking like 3 months ahead at a time. It's like you can't progress anything like that. You know what I mean? Like, and the Chinese are over there like thinking like fucking 50 years, 100 years into the future. Mm-hmm. It's like, that's not good, man.
Well, I mean, it's because we don't know when it's going to be our last 3 months.
Yeah, really.
Like, I mean, I hate saying it, but like, you know, in China, like with the way they're living and stuff like that, like they just got a fuck ton of power off like damming up the Mekong. The Mekong, there's parts of the Mekong that's 5 miles across.
Wow. Yeah.
Like that river is effing huge. I honestly don't understand how they dammed it up. Somehow they did. Like somehow they did. God bless them, because I don't even understand how they dammed that thing up. The biggest fish in the world, freshwater fish, let me rephrase that, come out of the Mekong.
Well, yeah, it's like, and why is it that, I mean, they don't have to play by the rules. So it's like, why should, you know, why it just sucks. Like they'll come over and steal like our technologies and just go like copy it and shit. Like they don't play by the rules, you know?
Well, that's the reason why the military waits at least 20 years before they release something to a civilian.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, I hate saying it. Cell phones was in Desert Storm, and cell phones didn't really start coming out and being a major thing until like you had the brick phones that you had to pay an arm and a leg for. But I'm talking about like everybody being able to communicate on them.
They've had the internet since like the 70s.
Yes.
DARPA invented the internet is what we really think.
In Vietnam, they had the stealth bomber. The stealth bomber didn't get released to the American public until 1988 or 89. I can't remember which one.
Yeah,
whenever they finally admitted to it. But like, there's been like footage and stuff that's probably already been redacted or removed, like of it being around in Vietnam. And like to have technology that's 20 years advanced, like 20 more years advanced than what everybody else is, especially with the advancements of technology. Because now, like, they're starting to talk about a generation, instead of being 10 years, is about to become 5, because of how much technology changes and how much the people in the generation change. They're either going to have to do a bi-generation, like I'm generation, like let's say, just for instance, 2020, we're going to start there, but I'm generation 2020 to 2025. I'm
Yeah.
generation 2020A. And then you're going to have generation 2025 to 2020 or to 2010. And that's going to be generation or 2030. And that's going to be generation B.
Yeah.
And like it's getting to where we're progressing so fast. And like everybody can see it through their children. Like if you thought that you were smart and you were ahead of your parents when you was in school, look at where kids are now. Because third graders can work a phone better than I can.
Yeah, that's true.
Like a third grader. And like, although, yeah, they don't know the whole concept of everything, like, and they can't do everything I can and stuff like that, they're still more advanced than me.
Oh, my son's like posting YouTube videos.
Your daughter can draw better than I can. I'm not lying when I say this.
Yeah, she can draw better than me, yeah.
Like, she draws way better than I can. She's young.
Yeah, we try to encourage the artistry.
And like, you know, that right there, like it blows my mind.
Yeah.
Blows my mind at how smart just kids are nowadays.
Yeah.
Now, on a social level, almost all kids are stupid.
Oh, yeah.
Like on a social level.
Yeah, on a social
because
level.
like I went outside and we made up games like to play with the kids.
I was talking about that earlier today. Like, you just would invent a game.
Yeah, invent a game. We had a game called Jailbreak. Okay, and like it was fun. It was like hide and go seek on steroids.
Yeah.
And like the way it would be is you would have the person, I guess you'd call them the jailer, and if they found somebody, you wouldn't have to chase them down and tag them like you would in hide and go seek.
Yeah.
You just look at them and be like, go to jail. And you call out the person's name and you say, go to jail. Okay? But it seems like that's very simple. But all somebody has to do that's not in jail is show themselves to the people in jail and say jailbreak. And everybody that's in jail gets to go re-hide again. So it's a revolving game.
Yeah, it just keeps going.
Like
it's like hide and seek, but it keeps going.
Like I said, it's like hide and seek on steroids.
Yeah.
And if you get somebody who's really, really good at hiding, I've seen a round of that game go on for 4 hours.
Oh, shit.
Like I've seen a round of that game go on for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It just depends on how good the hiders are, and it depends on how good the person who, so to say, the hunting instinct inside the person is to find everybody.
Didn't you play? I feel like one time you told me about how you would play like flashlight tag too, or something. Yeah, at night. And I used to. We would come up with a lot of different types of games, crazy shit, just like throwing balls through like rings of fire and shit. We would just do crazy shit.
I was watching this cold case file.
Yeah.
And this black guy had gotten murdered and back in the 80s. And the term, come to find out, had it down to where they were getting ready to start interviewing.
Yeah.
Like, you know, he pretty much had it nailed down to who did it.
Yeah.
And they were getting ready to bring this guy in and interview him. And all of a sudden, the sheriff just switches investigators, and he got put on traffic duty. The black investigator got put on traffic patrol.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, this white guy came up. Come to find out, there was members of the KKK in there. And they didn't realize that until there was a diary that was in the evidence. Now, I don't even know how this is possible, but they had went to go reopen the case.
Yeah.
Okay. And there was a diary from one of the people that was in the sheriff's department then.
Right.
And it was in the evidence. And it was so long ago, everybody was dead.
Right.
Okay. And like now, they have a black sheriff now. But like back then, like, you know, he was like, yeah, we have KKK members. And it was talking about him getting initiated and how he went to this diner and the owner of the diner come up and said, best decision of your life. We need to stand up for white rights and stuff like that.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
And just a bunch of stupid stuff.
Yeah.
And like literally the black investigator had it right. When they did the DNA, they could have saved that family so much heartache.
Oh, yeah.
By just letting him go through but literally had to make it to where the case didn't get solved for 20 something years.
Dude, I saw this one recently of like a paraplegic dude and a blind guy who are friends, and they have like YouTube or.
That sounds like a joke. I'm sorry, but that sounds like the start of a
their
joke.
Country, and they're kind of like they're funny. It's like a funny thing, you know. But they got pulled over, and the cops literally make the paraplegic get out of the car, even though he doesn't have a wheelchair on him, and he's like on the ground, and he like ends up having to piss himself because like when you're paraplegic, you have to like empty your bladder every so. And the cops just like, I guess you're gonna have to piss yourself. Why don't you crawl over there? Like, dude, it's like insane, man.
That's disrespect to the hospital.
Yeah. It was bad. I mean, I think it was like one of those some YouTube guy lawyer that goes over like different like civil rights cases and stuff. There was another one where there was like a paraplegic guy, or maybe it was just quadriplegic. Maybe no, it was paraplegic. It was like from here down, and this girl had said that he kicked the door down, and he's literally like, I can't. Dude, I've been in a wheelchair for 20 years. Yeah. Like, what do you mean?
My shoes don't have creases. And like, what are you talking about?
And the cop's like, yeah, he could have pushed it or something. Like, what the fuck?
Ramming speed.
One cop doesn't. He won't even get out of his chair. He's eating lunch. He's like, yeah, maybe he pushed it or something. He's like, he's probably faking it.
Yeah.
And he's like, and the cop's like, I don't know. Like, I kind of wiggled it and he fell out. It's like, what the fuck? He's like, nah, he's faking it. He's faking it. And this one black cop's like, I don't want to be involved. He can already tell. It don't seem right to me. He's like, he just noticed it. He wasn't even involved. He just noticed. He's like, let me go talk to the chief. Chief's like, nah, he's probably faking. That black cop got out there so fast. He was like, nah, I'm not going to be a part of it.
Yeah, like, they know how to sense trouble, man. Like,
I think that guy, he didn't get arrested, but he was like about to. It was like, he was literally about to. They were about to arrest him until he kind of like they figured it out, but it was just insane. Now I've been watching a lot of those, like, you know, false arrests videos, arrested and stuff. These are always fun,
dude. One of my really, really good friends. He's like a fucking brother. I went to his house, and I can't remember the name of the show, but anyways, it's like souped up cops. Okay, well, one of them hit Knoxville. All right, and it went to this. It was a domestic call, and a firearm had been there, so a bunch of cops showed up.
Yeah,
and where the hell was it? It was out in North Knoxville somewhere. I'm trying to think where the hell it was. But anyways, it was at a trailer park. The guy ran in the woods, okay? And like, you know how like he was in the woods for so long that his eyes adapted to the darkness. Like it was dark in the woods. And his eyes adapted to the darkness. And whenever the sheriff's officers tried to come in there, he kept throwing rocks at them. And I don't mean to laugh, but like one of these sheriff's officers, he goes, like, they pick him up off the ground. I mean, you could tell he was woozed. He was just like that. And there's like this like blood circle like right here on his forehead. Where's that dude just like pegged him with a rock, knocked him out cold, and he was getting drug off like. And I'm not laughing at his demise. I'm just saying, like, you know, that's what you got to work with when you're in fucking Tennessee. Like,
yeah.
These people get crazy. They go in the woods and start throwing rocks at fucking cops. And he had a gun, and he decided to throw rocks. So what we was talking about was how AI can do different things and stuff like that. Yeah. Okay. So if you think that's advanced, you really need to look up holograms. And you need to look up how powerful they are.
Oh, yeah.
And how far away they can be seen.
Well, I remember, it was a bigger thing in the last, like a few years ago. It was like a bigger thing. A lot of people were talking about the holograms now, and now it's like you never hear about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
I'll put it to you this way, from what I've seen of hologram technology and stuff like that, whether it's on a video or whether it's whatever, I won't trust anything I see in the sky.
Yeah.
Like, unless I see something. Like, if I even saw something shoot across the sky, if I didn't hear an explosion afterwards or something like that, I wouldn't believe it was real.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to...
Because...
Especially nowadays.
Dude,
it's just hard to believe it.
From what I saw, holograms can shoot something up in the sky to where people in 100-mile radius can see it.
Yeah. Wow.
Like and like that's what I'm saying. Like that's extremely suspicious.
Yeah.
That's too much. You can't believe anything you see in the skies anymore. For 100-mile radius, like first of all, if you want to know if something's true or not, you're going to ask your neighbor.
Yeah.
Like, hey, did you experience anything? Like, let's say there was an earthquake.
Yeah.
You're going to ask your neighbor, like, hey, did you feel anything last night? I know it's really weird asking you this, but we kind of felt something felt kind of like an earthquake or something like that. Like, you're going to they're going to go through the same things you go through. Yeah. Like, they live in the same area. So if you felt earthquake, they're going to feel earthquake. So if you saw something in the sky, they would too.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, that falsified all the neighbors of 100-mile radius. And like, that's an insane amount. That's like from Knoxville to Chattanooga.
Yeah.
Like that's what 100-mile radius. Actually, that's not even linear. So 100-mile radius linear might be from Chattanooga to the top of Tennessee. Like, I don't know. It just blows my mind.
I was trying to remember. Do you remember that thing that happened in the 90s? I think it was in Texas. I want to say Phoenix, but I can't remember. It was those lights that appeared in the sky.
It was Phoenix.
It was a Phoenix. The Phoenix lights. Maybe that's what it was. Yeah.
What was it, about 97, 98?
Yeah, it was maybe even 96. It could have been, I don't know. It was around that time, though.
Yeah. Waco happened and we forgot all about it.
Yeah.
Like,
that was just, I mean, I look at those internet AI times and it's more interesting to me to look at those times because it's like nowadays, how can you even know what you're even looking at if it's like, manufactured in a certain way. And then there's a certain level of like, is that just like something goes bad in the, with the Iran war peace talks, and then they're like, oh, we're going to disclose some UFO stuff just to like, to distract you. It's just like, it just makes you almost feel like, oh fuck, maybe it is like just bullshit, or like what maybe like they're just giving us this eensy tiny little bit because they know that that's enough. You know what I mean? That's enough to push us on a little bit.
Well, it goes back to what I said about Trump. Like, Trump is, as far as this goes, he's their most talented president ever. I've never even heard of a president who could tell you the words that you want to hear so bad. Like, and he says it in a way that you want to hear it so bad. And it literally, you're like, okay, well, that case is taken care of. And you just forget all about it and nothing happens.
Oh, I remember. I wanted to. Have you heard about that kid that got stabbed in the UK? The Henry Novak guy?
No.
Yeah. He, a Sikh guy stabbed him. And they're supposed to be pretty peaceful for the most part. But they carry around these, like, some of them carry around these, like, ceremonial daggers, right?
Uh-huh.
And he stabbed him with his dagger and was like, and then called the police and said, oh, he made a racist. He said something racist about it when really he didn't. But when the cop got there, the fucking cops, like, arrested the kid while he's, like, bleeding. And he's, like, saying, I've been stabbed. I can't breathe. Like, I've been stabbed. And they're like, and the cop's like, nah, I don't think you have, mate. He, like, lifts his shirt up a little bit. Like, he's like, nah, I don't think you have. He just, it didn't even really, like, give, like, a thorough examination. And then the kid dies while he's in handcuffs.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, they already love to riot in London anyways. So, I mean, I can only imagine how this is going to erupt.
They're going pretty wild.
Yeah.
Well, they're over there screaming, I can't breathe. I can't, like the George Floyd thing now. They're like turning it into like a whole thing now. It's pretty crazy. I mean, they've been racked with a lot of like
they've been rioting.
Yeah.
They've been rioting over gas prices. They've been rioting over this digital ID. They've been rioting over
the immigration stuff.
The immigration stuff. Like, they've been rioting over all kinds of stuff.
Well, yeah, it's just like, but at a certain point, it's just like, are you not allowed to have your country? Like, it's okay to be Chinese. It's okay to be Indian. It's okay to be English. Like, you don't have to be like, you know what I mean? Like, it sucks. Like, it sucks because like, it's like, of course, your empathy is going to be weaponized against you. You know what I mean? Us being a liberal democracy, Western culture, we're just wanting to help everybody is going to be used against us.
100%.
Yeah. And it just makes you think like, damn, you look at all these civilizations that have rose up and got really strong, and they were all built on conquest. And you look, and as soon as they stopped expanding and started to try to defend, that's when things started to deteriorate.
Yep.
It just makes you think, well, fuck.
Yep.
Yeah, maybe you have to be that way. Maybe you have to be conquering, or if you're not, you're dying.
Well, I mean, like I've heard this in the business world, you're either growing or you're dying. There's no third direction.
Yeah, it just makes you think about that kind of shit. It's like, and then and I'm pretty anti-war too, but at the same time, I'm just like, fuck. It's either,
I don't want to be third world.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I mean, I would rather live in this corporation experimental world as I would the other way around.
Yeah, it's like we've got problems, but it's still the best country we've got. You know what I mean? Like, I definitely want to maintain it and not in just a managed decline type way. I want it to, grow.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's interesting to think about that kind of thing. It's just like if you're not, being imperialistic, then you're just in a defensive position,
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, just makes you think.
Well, I'll tell you one that got me that I've found out here recently. So, have you heard about that new gas that's coming out? It's like a higher concentration of ethanol.
No, I haven't heard about that. No.
Okay. Well, they have released this well, not released, but they have come up and they said, all right, with all the gas problems and stuff like that, here's how we're going to solve it. We're going to put more ethanol in the gasoline. And I don't know who regulates the gas, because I know that's not FDA, but it's like an FDA for the fuel.
Okay.
Anyways, it's like an FDA for the fuel. And so the people who regulate it, they came out and used to ethanol, I think at the highest percentage could be 13%. Now, ethanol is a byproduct of corn.
Yeah.
And it goes in gas and stuff like that. Well, now they've upped it to where I think it's 23 or 25%.
And now what is it? It's just basically, is it like the lubricate?
No, it's not to do anything positive.
It's just to water it down.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
To make it supposedly last longer. Okay? Supposedly.
Right.
But anyways, so now to understand the way this works, have you ever shot water through your teeth, like being in a pool or something like that? Yeah. Okay. An injector works the same way. It puts this fuel mist out. That way it goes down to the engine or whatever. Like the fuel goes up to the injector, it puts out this mist, and then that goes down to the intake it goes down the intake, and it gets ignited by the spark plugs. And that's how it gets its fuel consumption.
Yeah.
Well, with this ethanol going higher and stuff, it's been clogging up not only the injectors, the things that make the mist, but the things that send the mist to the spark plugs.
Ah.
And it's really effing up these engines bad.
Wow.
Okay. And so now, I heard that they were getting ready to start making cars that can run off that more. Like supposedly, I guess, have bigger injectors. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how they're going to fix that problem, but supposedly they're getting ready to come out with cars that, like, all brands, doesn't matter the brand, all brands are getting ready to do that. Now, the reason why that's important, you remember whenever I told you that there was a bunch of Nissans sitting like at this
Yeah.
It was like 50,000 Nissans sitting at a shipyard or something like that, because nobody could take them because nobody was buying them. And it was like, all right, I heard another piece of that makes it so suspicious that I'm about to just start buying 100% gas from Wiggles. Like, literally, that's where I'm at with it. There has been 12 junkyard fires. Now, listen, the reason why that's suspicious is, if you're driving an old car, okay, you can't get parts for it. So you have to go to a junkyard to get parts.
Right.
Well, by burning the junkyards, you can't get the parts.
Right. That's all.
Now, AutoZone. Now this was for older cars, but cars from like 1960, 1970, and early 80s, early 80s, like 82, 83. There was this part manufacturer who would make parts for those cars and sell them through AutoZone.
Yeah.
Another company came and bought that company and just liquidated the whole line. So from 82 or 83 before, you can't hardly buy parts for your car. Not unless if it's something that is already in stock, but they will no longer be continuing to make those parts because the company that had it got bought out by a different company and they just totally liquidated it. Like they bought it out to shut it down.
Right, basically.
And so, and they didn't take the name or anything like that, which that makes it suspicious.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, why are you going to buy a company, not take the name,
And then,
not make really any profit on it, just shut it down?
obviously, it was just
Like, now I bought the company, let me turn the lights off.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, and so, you know, with all the parts going out and stuff like that, because the American people have literally started to refuse to buy new cars. One, they can't afford it.
Yeah.
All right. But two, all the cars since 2017 are shit.
Yeah.
And if they're not a piece of shit, you're literally having to put over $80,000 into your car.
Or having to like lease your house to.
Well, that's how they're getting it.
That,
listen, that's how they're getting them. Is because it's supposed to be something under the table. But I've asked car people, like, and what they're doing is they're taking out, if it's over a certain weight, it can be considered like a RV, like a type of mobile home.
Yeah.
So you can make a way bigger loan than what you could for just a car.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and because I asked somebody, because I like my old 2004 truck I had, so I got on there about 2020, started fiddling with it. Like, I want this, I don't want this, I want this, I don't want this, and my truck came out to be in 2020 $80,000.
Yeah.
Okay, and I asked somebody, I was like, how does somebody fucking afford that? And I said, I bought a truck back then and they wouldn't let me have over a 7-year loan on it. He goes, there's a way around that. He said, if your truck nowadays weighs over a certain amount, he said it could be put into an RV loan. And I was like, he said, those can go for 15 years. Which is like a house loan, because a house loan is 15 or 30 years.
Yeah, 15 or 30. Yeah.
Damn. And that's ridiculous. But like, that's
what they're having.
Like, it's you're about to see a lot of people start walking or riding a bicycle.
Yeah.
And I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm about to be one of those people.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to find the Cadillac of fucking seats because I'm so heavy. But like, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, you're about to see my fat ass get on a pair of,
like a little scooter or something.
Like a scooter, or go buy a motorcycle or something. Because if I can't walk to where I need to be, I'm just gonna, or if I can't ride a motorcycle to where I need to be, I just need to walk it.
I mean, just the way we just set this country up in a way that was just like for cars,
Yeah.
So it's hard.
It really is, and like
everything's so far apart.
And like the fact that the cars that we're driving now are getting destroyed every freaking day,
and then they won't fix the roads, and it's just tearing up your.
Oh, and we had that one thing that came through. It was like pot for potholes, and they shut that down faster than hell. No, you know what? Matter of fact, that take THCA away.
Yeah.
And like I said, we're just being stupid with it.
Yeah.
Because if they look at Colorado, when Colorado fully legalized that shit, they taxed it to a point to where their roads didn't have potholes until you went high in the mountains. Their power lines all got buried unless you went high in the mountains.
Wow.
Okay. Their schools,
it's just like
every kid,
money,
yeah, exactly. There's so much money to be made. Every kid in every school in Colorado had their own personal laptop. Like, now nowadays it kind of sounds like that's, you could do that and stuff.
Yeah.
This was in I think it was in 2013, 2014.
Yeah.
Whenever Colorado legalized it. And in 1 year, they fixed the roads, they buried the power lines, and they advanced education.
Yeah, that's nice.
And I'm going to tell you, and that's something that we need more than anything else.
Yeah.
We need that more than anything else. We need advancement in our education. These teachers aren't getting paid enough.
Well, my brother-in-law works at one of the, shops down there. Like, it sucks. Like, if he doesn't know what they're going to do. It's like, it's up in the air and we don't know.
Yeah. And like literally, I guess go buy all you can.
Wow. It just seems so crazy. It's like I don't know.
There's a lot of things that
Are they outlawing the? If they're outlawing the THCA, are they outlawing
the vapes,
the Delta 8 or whatever they call that?
No, I don't think they're getting rid of that.
So that doesn't make any sense because Delta 8 also will show up in drug tests as THC.
Yeah.
Okay, but it's legal THC, like to a legal limit.
Right.
But you can fail drug tests on it.
I know it's like time for THCB. No, it's not a thing.
No, I mean let it happen. Like
Yeah.
I'm fed up with this. You can't have it. You can't have it. Like it's not even because of a Republican state of mind. It's not even because of that.
No, it's just
Like you mean to tell me that we're going to let Kentucky pass us up being more civilly advanced?
yeah.
Like that's ridiculous.
Is that where we're at?
Is that where we're at? You're telling me that? Like
Kentucky.
I looked up something back in like 2015 about the poorest states, and it was literally us, then Kentucky. And like now Kentucky surpasses us because they're getting all that tax money off marijuana. So guess what? They by saying, no, you can't have pot for potholes. No, you can't have THCA. You're literally saying we're going to stay the poorest state in all the United States.
Yeah, pretty much. Well,
shit. It's absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
it is. I'm still not. Honestly, I don't know what I'm going to do about it. But probably go buy a bunch of vapes real quick beforehand.
No, I mean I don't blame you. Like just take a check and like go fucking do it.
So, but eventually I'm gonna have to figure something out. Might take a little break for a little bit. I don't really want to, but
They ain't no need in that.
we'll figure something out. Should probably wrap it up.
Yeah.
I don't know how long. Probably about time. But
Yeah,
that was a good episode.
I feel like it's a very good episode.
Yeah, I like that.